Assalamu alaikum, and hey y'all, hey, how are you? I am so glad you decided to drop through this posting, and I am excited to have you here. My name is Ramana Kerns-Muhammad. I am the founder of Imagine You Consulting, and today I wanted to speak with you about 6 symptoms you should start a business right now. Let me tell you a little bit first and foremost about what I do with Imagine You Consulting. At Imagine You Consulting Group, we are a group of individuals who like to work with women and youth to help them identify their unique skill sets, talents, and abilities, and then teach them how to turn those into viable income opportunities for themselves. This is done out of the basis that I believe, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, the Creator, created us all with a unique something that would help us produce income from ourselves and for ourselves, because we were never ever created to rely totally 100% on other creations. Allah put a unique thing in us that we have to look to Him to cultivate and develop and then produce for ourselves and from ourselves. And that is what we like to do at Imagine You Consulting Group. We like to help you identify that unique something about yourself. And based on that principle, again, as I stated, tonight or right now at this moment, I'd like to speak with you about 6 symptoms that you really should be in business for yourself. I like to coach from a method that I consider, the lion's roar, running to the lion's roar. If you know anything about lions and the way that they hunt, it's usually a pack of lions that hunt together, and there's always one who's the weakest one, the oldest one, might have the broken teeth one, that goes to the front of the prey and roars. And the prey is so afraid it hears the roar that it turns around and it runs backwards. And running backwards, it runs directly into a pack of lions that literally devour it. Had it known or had the forethought to run towards the thing that was frightening it, it might have had a better chance of survival than definitely run into the pack of things behind it that literally, takes its life. And I feel it's that way with us. We have so many things we are aware of about ourselves that we know we could develop and produce and turn into something much greater, but there's a fear, a small fear of some sort that keeps us back from that. And that is as if it were the lioness that just can only roar. We run back to the things that keep us, that hold us back and keep us back. And holding on to those gifts and talents and not releasing our potential, literally, it devours your life as well. So again, that is why I feel it closely resembles the way the lion, running to the lion's roar, the method of developing self and realizing a higher level of self-actualization in the form of business ownership. And tonight I want to talk to you about 6 symptoms that you very well could be right at that place where that's what you need to do. The first one is, on your way to work, you dream about. All you can do is think about, if this were your business, how much differently you would service your clients, the different ways you would provide satisfaction and value to the clients that your company serves. This means you've identified a problem and you believe you have a solution. And that is what entrepreneurship and entrepreneurs do, solve problems. A huge hurdle is that most people don't recognize or even believe that there's a problem that they can solve, but you're already there. You're already halfway there. You see that there's a way, your company has clients. You don't believe that they are servicing those clients in the most effective or efficient way. So you've identified a problem and you've already identified a solution. Hey, it's a no-brainer. You, however, are more than halfway there. And if your job, you are performing a service on behalf of the company who is evidently being paid for solving some kind of problem, if you have a burning inclination to solve the problem in a better or more efficient way, you already know a client base exists. And you need to figure out a way to begin capitalizing on your knowledge and ability in that area. As a word of caution, I would state here that, those who would pursue the same clients or customers that your company is servicing, make sure that you're following ethics and morals, and that you're not in like a no compete agreement of any sort. You're not violating any valuable human relationships in seeking to do work in the same vein as your current career or your current job. So that's just a word of caution to keep in mind, if you decide to pursue that. The second, given every opportunity, you find yourself in animated conversations about ideas you have for a business venture. Yet, 6 months, a year, or 2 years from now, you still find yourself talking about the same ideas. You have not moved on them. These are callings. Callings or life assignments have a way of nagging you like this. They don't go away easily. But based on your personality and willingness to act, you can live your entire life and your assignment go unfulfilled. That is why you hear comments such as the graveyards are the richest places on earth, because so many people take their gifts to the grave. What Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has deposited in you, and any ability, any ability you have, it was meant to be used here on this earth during this life's journey, during this course of your journey of existence. It was you need to find the area that is in need of that ability that is placed in you, because there is an area of need for it. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is a God of purpose, and He would not just place within you the ability to do anything and then not give you or give that a responsibility in an area of release. And so you really need to find out, that area of release. I like to say every ability, needs to be given a responsibility for us to develop into whole people. Okay? You've been equipped from within to provide for yourself, and that ability is anxious for release. Until you granted that release, you will always be bugged by it. Always. So you really should start looking for platforms for its release, growth, and expansion. And business is a prime stage. The third, if challenged, you could come up with creative ideas to solve stated problems, like i.e. how to produce a certain amount of income in a specified time frame, or ways to improve something, an existing product, or a person's quality of life, or whatever else. Creative thinking and problem solving are the core key abilities of the most successful entrepreneurs you and I know. And if you could spontaneously spit out possible solutions to any problem shared with you, you really need to apply this in the form of a business and go for it. You have an ideal situation and you need to launch today. The fourth, you are one of all of your family members and friends. You are the one all your family members and friends call as soon as the situation jumps off, or they need an advice, or they need a listening ear. You're the person they call for that. You have proven to be one who can find answers in the crisis situations. And again, you have proven to be a problem solver. This is the number one trait needed to be an entrepreneur. You need to be able to solve problems. And if people are calling you, it's obvious that that's what you do. The fact that you are already being called constantly is proof that there's a client base that exists, which is another crucial element. Problem solving and having a client base to apply that to. Either you are directly solving others' problems, or you connecting them to resources. But in any event, you are already doing the work. You just now need to formalize that into a formal plan. Package the service and put a price on it. In other words, you need to start a business today. Fifth, you are feeling unfulfilled in your current job because the position doesn't require full use of the skill and potential you possess. This can actually mimic depression. And the cure is to direct the unused potential elsewhere. As I said before, I am personally persuaded that every ability you have needs to be directed towards a responsibility. If it is not, the ability will begin to weigh you down, and it will block other traits from fully forming and developing. And we all know what being backed up feels like, right? Not a good feeling at all. It really is not a good feeling at all. There's nothing good about stagnation in any form. Stagnant water draws pests and eventually begins to stink. Food left stagnant develops mold and can draw unwanted pests and develop foul odors. Stagnant bowels. Well, I'll just leave that right there. I won't go any further about that. But we all know stagnation is not good. And so for your potential, if it's stagnant, it begins to morph into something that you don't even want to deal with, and you don't understand what's going on with you. You need to release potential. You need to start a business. And sixth, finally, you just know stuff. You would be shocked, or you would shock your own self to know all the stuff you know. When you realize all the stuff you know, it just shocks you when you sit and say, my God, I don't know even where I acquired that knowledge. I just know it. But you would be amazed, simply amazed at what people are willing to pay you to share as far as your knowledge with them. What may seem like the most trivial thing to you is something someone else is desperately wanting to know or learn. And starting a business around a knowledge-based service or product is the optimal way to be responsible for the lessons you've learned and skills you've acquired throughout life. By the way, selling knowledge products is selling knowledge is the best business model you will ever happen upon. Knowledge is a product that no matter how much of it you sell, you will always find a way to retain some as well. It's like the miracle oil of the woman in the biblical story who thought all she had was a little olive oil, but when she was instructed by the wise man to get other vessels, other people to pour it into, with the specific instruction not to get just a few either. And the oil flowed until she ran out of jars, meaning had she had more jars, had you had more people, there's more knowledge to flow. There's more knowledge to give. So it's an ideal business model. You will never, ever, ever run out of product. What you know for a lifetime. You can never lose what you really, really honestly come to know, no matter how much of it you give away, no matter how much of it you sell away. You still retain the exact same amount. So you can never decrease your knowledge in a particular area once you know it. And over a period of time, however, you can increase it and come up with new products, new information-based products to sell. So it is like the ideal thing, right? So those are the six, those are what I consider 6 major symptoms that you need to start a business today. And just real quick, for those who might have joined late and missed earlier, let me just say my name is Kerns-Muhammad, and I am the founder of Imagine You Consulting, a group, an organization that is dedicated to helping women turn natural skills into viable business ventures. I am persuaded, fully persuaded, that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has placed within every person some unique talent, skill, or ability to help them create a better standard and quality of life for themselves. And I am determined to find and connect with 500 women over the next year and a half and help them develop those talents into a viable business opportunity. And I'm hoping that some of you who are listening today, are one of those 500. And, as a recap, I would just say the 6 symptoms are these. In your current job, you are overwhelmed with thoughts of how you could service clients in a better, more efficient method than your company does, meaning you have identified a problem and its solution, which is what entrepreneurs do. Create solutions to problems. 2, your life's assignment is bugging you for release. Given every opportunity, you find yourself in animated conversations about ideas you have business ventures for, and yet a month, 6 months, or a year later, you are still only talking about the same ideas. It won't go away. You need to act now. You need to start a business. 3, you are uber creative. If challenged, you can come up with creative ideas to solve a stated problem, i.e., how to produce a certain amount of money in a specified time frame, or ways to improve something, whether it be an existing product or a person's quality of life, etc. 4, you are already being used as a coach, counselor, or whatever. You are the one all of your family members and friends call when a situation takes place or they need advice or a listening ear. And since you're already giving your time and fulfilling the need, you may as well get paid in the process. 5, you are experiencing feelings that mimic depression caused by unused potential. Your current job position doesn't require full use of the skill and potential you possess, and you need to find another outlet for these abilities. Every ability you possess needs to be pointed in the direction of a responsibility. 6, you shock yourself at all the stuff you know, and you need to do something with all that knowledge. I suggest getting paid for it. Okay. So again, these are my top 6 symptoms that I wanted to share, which I feel are indicators that you really should consider launching a business, like right now, like right now, like not a little bit down the road, like right now. If not now, when, as the saying goes, right? In addition to these symptoms, there is a lot of other information that you will need to know for a successful starting business, and I'd like to share as much of that information with you as I am able, or connect you with other individuals who can give you what I cannot. If you have not already done so, I want you guys to connect with me by visiting my website, www.imagineyouconsulting.com, spelled completely out, imagineyouconsulting.com. And connect with me on Facebook via the page, Sisters Please Mind Your Own Business, the group page, Sisters Please Mind Your Own Business. And watch out for my next broadcast, my next posting. But in the meantime, you can feel free to also email me at romana@imagineyouconsulting.com. If you feel that anything I've said has been helpful and you'd like to talk with me more, I'd love to speak with you as well. With that, thank you so much for spending time with me, and I hope we can do this again soon, inshallah, which simply means God willing. And I would love to be a part of your personal journey into business ownership, inshallah. With that, have a great evening. Assalamu alaikum and bye.